Come on, treat yourself to some different nights.
The special magic of the footlights.
A gripping thriller or a live show.
Ballet, opera, and a drink. Let's go!
It's Liverpool, live at the Everyman, Empire, Playhouse and Philharmonic.
Give us a call and we'll tell you what's on now.
Have you ever had that helpless feeling? Not sure which way to turn. No one to solve your problems. Well, cheer up. Here's one company you can rely on. A company whose product is so good, they back it with a comprehensive guarantee. Whose craftsmanship and quality have been valued over the years, and whose reputation has helped them to grow to be the biggest name in PVC windows in Britain. Astroseal. Visit your nearest showroom and choose Astroseal with confidence.
A mere month after its UK launch, Autocar called the Fiat Uno the ultimate super mini. Then it was voted Car of the Year in 1984. And Car magazine judged it, quite simply, the best small car yet. Now, for a limited period, the Uno comes with a free 2-year warranty and a special service offer, adding peace of mind to excellence. The Fiat Uno. Now more than ever, setting new standards in value.
Your campfire is waiting. It's ready when you need. With warmth flowing at high speed. Warming gas. And we have a fire whatever your home. Just as the sound you call your own. A fire that turns up or down. And you feel from spring up down. Good value gas. From stopping winter chill to keeping down the bill.
To bring your living room to life, gas is Wonderfuel.
Wonderfuel gas.
Chow mein. Somehow it couldn't have been thought of anywhere else. Oriental, mysterious, exciting, imaginative. That's the extra you get in a Vesta chow mein. Originality and imagination, as well as soft noodles, beef, red peppers, beans, soy sauce, and crispy noodles. That's why when you give them a Vesta meal, you give them something extra, but you don't pay extra for it.
Shopping on 4. Generous trade-in offers plus 6 months interest-free credit on Hoover Automatics now at Kenneth Gardner, Lancaster, Carnforth, Blackpool, Kendal and Barrow-in-Furness. For all your damp-proofing, woodworm and dry rot problems, contact British Damp Proofing. Our work is backed by a full 30-year guarantee. For competitive quotes, ring freephone 6349. That's freephone 6349. More shopping ideas soon. If you'd like details of advertising on Channel 4 in the Northwest, call this number.
Speed is vital when choosing an Air Tours winter holiday. Fly from Manchester with prices as low as 1 week from £99, 2 weeks from £109, 3 weeks from £119, 4 weeks from £129. Ask about our free children's holidays and free car parking for Manchester Airport. Quickly contact your local ABTA travel agent or phone Air Tours on 0706 210000.
Charlie, that little matter of the hi-fi gear due here on the 14th inst. You trying to give me a bad name?
When next day delivery is the name of the game, more and more companies are turning to parcel line.
Charlie, I said don't give me a bad name. Give me Stella Rue parcel line.
Free phone parcel line.
There's always something fresh from Tupperware. Write to Tupperware, Free Post, College Road, Harrow, for your free brochure.
Wednesday, wrote Mr. Kipling, and a crumbly slice of my manor house cake brought memories flooding back. I was a lad again of the local master bakers. Manor house cake, he said, should ne'er be stinted. Use only the plumpest sultanas and sugar it well. The other ingredient, he added, is self-control. The bakery's changed a lot, but the temptation is exceedingly similar.
I'm just starting out in life, but my standards are already pretty high. That's why I'm so excited about Standard Life. But one day I'll need an endowment mortgage for a home of my own. And savings, too. How else could I afford my own transport? I might even want to retire to the seaside on a good pension. And it would be nice to know me and my loved ones are covered by Standard Life Assurance. Standard Life, for all of your life.
Just one look, that's all it took, yeah, just one look. That's all it took, yeah, just one look. And I felt so I'm in love with you. Just one look, and I knew that you were the only
The hatchback that's worth a second look. The new three-door Peugeot 205 from $3,995.
Whitegate's unique service means that no other estate agent offers you more for less. Whitegate's, tomorrow's kind of estate agent.
The upper class break the ranks for them. They'll even raid the piggy banks for them. Can't resist them. Cadbury's cream eggs. Shy debutantes in a trance love them. Puts them under a spell. One tiny glance at them brings them out of their shell. Little boys with a feel for them are quite prepared to do a deal for them. Can't resist them. Cadbury's cream eggs. Could you?
Come on, find out about great nights, new sights, top sounds, the best around. It's Liverpool Live at the Everman, Empire Playhouse and Philharmonic. Give us a call and we'll tell you what's on now.
Save pounds on a Pound Saver holiday to Portugal, Corfu, Mallorca and Spain. Yes, when you book direct with Pound Saver holidays, you can save up to £60 each. Book Pound Saver because direct booking means better value. Phone now for your free brochure.
Fly Liverpool, local, international airport.
From the new 518i to the new M535i, the BMW 5 Series now goes from £9,000 to 218 brake horsepower. The ultimate driving machine.
Poor Clifford had his problems. What with smoking, the odd glass, rich food, and late nights. No wonder girls scream.
Hello?
Then he discovered that a daily gargle with Listerine antiseptic mouthwash deals with the germs that can cause bad breath.
Hello?
He was much more approachable. Listerine antiseptic mouthwash.
She loves me.
Strong enough to take your breath away.
It's a fact that unlike other soluble pain relievers, Aspro Clear dissolves completely to go clear in the glass. And that solubles like Aspro Clear get into the bloodstream faster than solid tablets. But in independent research, what did people think? Nearly 200 families were asked to test Aspro Clear.
A couple of Aspro Clears and Bob's your uncle.
I just think Aspro Clear is really effective, really good.
Aspro Clear, the clear solution.
With Bupa,
It's reassuring to know, should you fall ill and need treatment, you and your doctor can choose the specialist who's going to look after you. You'll have the peace of mind of knowing you can afford to go into hospital at a time to suit you and stay in a private room with all the comforts of home. In fact, you feel better just knowing Bupa's there. If you'd like to know more, write to Bupa, Free Post, London. Bupa. It makes all the difference.
Okay. Say, Jones and Barry are doing a show.
And they're doing it right here on Channel 4, so put on your dancing feet and head for 42nd Street.
You're going to dance until your feet fall off. You're not able to stand up any longer. But 5 weeks from now, we're going to have a show.
And so the hard work really begins.
Come and meet those dancing feet. On the avenue, I'm taking you to 42nd Street.
Join Ruby Keeler and Dick Powell stepping out in style next Sunday at 2:25 in...
After the break, through the cinema's great silent comedy stars Harry Langdon, Fatty Arbuckle and Buster Keaton get up to a great deal of no good in silent laughter.
Our usual bargain books, and now much more in the Sweeten sale. With micropower software for BBC, Electron and Commodore computers, reduced from £6.95 to only £1.95. And thousands of books at massive savings. So get down to your local Sweeten's bookshop now and get yourself a bargain.
Plums have given the beautiful Bang & Olufsen range of televisions yet another superb feature, 12 months interest-free credit. So for 12 monthly payments of £33.25, this elegantly stylish 20-inch Bang & Olufsen is yours. As for the brilliantly stylish BO System 2200, that's a mere £41.50 down, plus 11 monthly 41.50s.
Plums, sound and vision centres, when nothing but the best will do.
Poor Clifford had his problems. What with smoking, the odd glass, rich food, and late nights. No wonder girls scream.
Hello?
Then he discovered that a daily gargle with Listerine antiseptic mouthwash deals with the germs that can cause bad breath.
Hello?
He was much more approachable. Listerine antiseptic mouthwash.
She loves me.
Strong enough to take your breath away.
Nobody works harder for home buyers than Northern Properties. We give straight, honest, friendly advice 7 days a week, including evenings. And every house for sale has a mortgage to go with it, subject to status. We organize solicitors, surveyors and builders too, to smooth any problems and speed things along. Which is why, at St Helens, Ashton in Makerfield, Wigan, Chadderton and Moston Lane, more people are sold on Northern Properties. Because our best-selling property is service.
I wish I was in green old Whitley land, where beer is cool and hearts are warm. The girl I left behind, perhaps she's missing me as I'm missing her. The warmth, the fun, my friends, the games we used to play. But most of all, green old Whitley, most of all, I'm missing you. Someday I'm going back to the taste I know so well.
Curry. Somehow it couldn't have been thought of anywhere else. Intriguing, colorful, imaginative.
That's the extra you get in a Vesta beef curry with rice.
Originality and imagination, as well as rice, sultanas, onions, tomatoes, curry spice, and apples. That's why when you give them a Vesta meal, you give them something extra, but you don't pay extra for it.
It's a fact that, unlike other soluble pain relievers, Aspro Clear dissolves completely to go clear in the glass. And that solubles like Aspro Clear get into the bloodstream faster than solid tablets. But in independent research, what did people think? Nearly 200 families were asked to test Aspro Clear.
They are effective. They clear a headache very quickly. I would recommend Aspro Clear to anyone.
Aspro Clear, the clear solution.
Round 4, it's time for a quiet giggle in the company of Richard Evans.
We start today's silent laugh.
The case. There doesn't appear to be any shortage of funds to be loaned out, for instance, to consumers to finance the consumer boom that we've had in recent years. There doesn't, from the investigations which have occurred into sources of finance for firms, there doesn't appear to be a shortage of money for good commercial ideas. And I think it's equally true to say that a modest increase in public borrowing to finance an infrastructure program would also not put undue strain on financial markets, and it wouldn't crowd out other forms of spending. But I think in any case we ought to ask ourselves, if the financial system is doing its job correctly, if it's channeling funds into things like consumption rather than investment, I think perhaps the balance is slightly wrong there in this country.
So here's another factor we have to take into account. Consumer borrowing. You may borrow to buy a fridge or a washing machine, and at present there's no shortage of funds. Andrew Street argues that if we can finance a vast amount of consumer borrowing, there should be no difficulty in funding vitally important public spending projects.
And personal borrowing, part of the private sector borrowing requirement, can push up interest rates in the same way that public borrowing does. So if in the process private investment is crowded out, then it seems unfair to put all the blame on government borrowing. And what about that mortgage rate? Well, as we've seen, interest rates can be affected by public borrowing, but also by consumer spending, financed on credit. And yet another reason for high UK interest rates has been the need to prevent a great outflow of funds to the United States, where interest rates have been still higher. That's because the Americans have, unlike us, been running a large budget deficit, a matter we'll be coming back to in a later program.
The relationship between public sector borrowing and interest rates is covered in Peter Donaldson's book, A Question of Economics, price £4.95 and available from all good booksellers. There are also other things you can do to learn more about economics. You can enroll on a course locally or study at home with the National Extension College Correspondence course. We'll give you an address to write to for further details at the very end of the programme. Well, that's it for now, but join us again next week. Until then, goodbye.
So if you send a large stamped addressed envelope to this address, we'll send you details of the new economics course set out by the Business and Technician Education Council to link with this series. And as you heard, this can be studied at home through the National Extension College's correspondence course or by going to a study group at a local college. Well, next week, A Question of Economics finds out why, despite North Sea oil assets, Britain is still importing more manufactured goods than we're sending out. And Zainab Badawi will be joining regular presenters Beverly Anderson and Pauline Black as the guest review of the week's news in Black on Black at 10:50 this Tuesday evening.
This week, Channel 4 continues its season of Polish films reflecting Poland's turbulent post-war history. The Road to Gdańsk traces the background to the shipyard strike of 1980 and the rise of Solidarity. And There Was Jazz is a fictional assessment of the post-Stalinist years as a group of musicians runs into tragic conflict with the authorities. Monument is a documentary which examines the workers' views on the bloodbath that ended the food riots in Gdańsk and Gdynia in the winter of 1980. And Man of Iron follows the fortunes of a journalist forced to rewrite history for the state, who finds his loyalties divided. That's 4 Pictures of Poland, this week on Channel 4.
Now on 4, picture two sisters who are left a legacy. Picture them as Betty Grable and Carol Landis, and what you have is Moon over Miami.